The monk spread his arms wide with two sharp blades hanging under his armpits. He lifted two buckets, each weighing 100 pounds. Next, he had to walk across a narrow slope, pour the water into the ditch at the top, and let it flow down into the pool. This was no easy task. He had to keep his arms stretched out and maintain balance at the same time. The moment his arms dropped, the blades would pierce his body. At first, he couldn't find the rhythm. He stumbled and struggled to finish, but to advance, he carried 300 buckets every day. Months later, he had become the most outstanding among the disciples. He could carry the buckets with steady strides and still had strength left to help others. When the master saw him helping, he stopped him immediately. In this training, one must never assist fellow disciples, otherwise they would never succeed. The man was deeply unsettled. Later, the master recognized his progress and sent him to the next trial. But this method of training was puzzling. He had to listen with his ears to the sound of the abbot striking the wooden fish. Every time it echoed, he had to swing a massive hammer to strike the great bell. At first, the monk felt frustrated, thinking it was a waste of time. But when he actually raised the hammer, he realized the challenge. The small iron hammer seemed to weigh only 20 pounds, yet it was tied to a flexible bamboo pole. Without a fixed support, it felt as heavy as 200 pounds, and it could only be operated with one hand. As a beginner, he could only grip it near the hammerhead, barely able to lift it. After just a few swings, his wrist gave out. Looking at the abbot still striking the wooden fish, a spark of determination lit in his heart. He grabbed the bamboo pole again, refusing to let go, until his wrist was covered in bruises. Months later, he could finally hold the pole at its base, swinging the hammer powerfully, matching the abbot's quickening rhythm. Thus, he passed the trial and was promoted to the keeper of the scripture pavilion, stepping into the next stage of training. This time, he was required to stand between two burning incense sticks. His eyes had to follow the swaying flame from side to side. Throughout the process, his head must not move. It was training to steady his mind. The man was full of confidence. At first, his eyes could keep up with the flames, but when the abbot quickened the pace, he instinctively moved his head, and the fire scorched him. The abbot warned him his head must stay still, only his eyes could move. The man tried again. This time, he calmed his spirit. No matter how fast the flames swayed, his head remained unmoving. Seeing this, the abbot smiled with satisfaction.